Hi, hello there guys, my name is Dominique and welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, so today I have two stories for you about the most scariest and creepiest experiences I've had. So I hope you guys will enjoy this because I wasn't really looking forward to telling these stories, but I feel like, sometimes you need to talk about it so you can feel better. Okay, so the first story, it's the scariest thing that has happened. Okay, so this happened recently, like I think it's a few weeks ago. I'm not really sure. Okay, so I kind of moved to Namibian with my boyfriend, and we're staying in this little apartment in the backyard of somebody. So it was at night. Yeah, it was at night, and it was quite late. I think it was 11 or so, because we were still watching movies. And so we hear the owner's house, like the alarm keeps going off. And we don't mind it because sometimes there's like this cat that likes to roam around the yard. And then the alarm goes off for a second time, and we're like, okay, maybe it's still the cat, maybe. Okay, and then when it goes off for a third time, we kind of freak out and we're like looking out of the window trying to see what's actually going on, but we don't see anything. So he decides to go outside, and I'm like, don't go outside because I'm so afraid. And so he proceeds to go outside, and he's like walking around the yard trying to see if he can see something, and he doesn't see the cat. And he's trying to see, okay, what is actually going on. He doesn't see anything, so he comes back, and just as he steps into the door, we hear a gunshot. And I totally freak out, like I'm like literally shivering. I don't know what's going on. And he is looking at me and I'm looking at him, and we're just standing there. What just happened? And so he tries to look out and see if the owner is the one that did that. And he is looking, and then he starts calling out to the person and trying to calm the person down. And then the person came to the door, and they came out, and my boyfriend went to them, and they said no, they weren't shooting at my boyfriend. They saw some guy walking around in the yard. The guy was first standing there in front of our little apartment, and then it looked like he was walking up to our window because we were sitting in the living room watching TV. And then when he heard some people, he tried to walk to the bigger house, and he was just walking around there. And the person that shot the gun said that they first warned the person, and then they shot. It was really scary for me, and I don't know. It was just okay. I know for some people this won't be really scary, but anything could have happened. Mistakes could have been made. It could have been serious. So it was just really scared for me, and since then I'm quite afraid. I'm not really going out of the house. I'm just staying inside. Okay, so the second story, it's creepy, it's scary. I still get like a little bit anxiety about it, but I have to talk about it. Okay, so this is like some time ago, and I don't even remember. I think it was in February. Yeah, it was in February, I think, of this year. Okay, so I had to go to Windhoek to go enroll myself into school. And so the bus that I took from Rehoboth, sorry. Okay, so the bus that I took from Rehoboth, the bus driver, when we got to Vika service station, and then I was so confused because I really don't know where the school is, and I don't want to take out my phone and use Google Maps on in the taxi, because we've heard some stories. Let's just be honest about that. And I'm afraid. Okay, so I asked the bus driver, will he be able to take me to the school? And he said, okay, we can find it together. And I'm like, okay, what a nice guy. What a nice guy. Okay, so he had an idea where the street was, and I know that the school is literally in that street. So that was really nice. Okay, so when we get to the school, he asked, okay, can he take my number? Then he can come and pick me up when I'm done at the school, and then he can take me back to the bus stop while we wait for for the bus to fill up, and then we can go back to Rehoboth. And I'm like, okay, that's so convenient, because I really don't want to take a taxi, and because it already gives me so much anxiety. And so I think nothing of it, and I give him my number, okay. And so I go into the school, I go pay my things, I'm done. Then he calls me while I'm still busy, and he says he's on his way that way. And I'm just like, oh, but I'm still busy here. I think I'm still gonna be a while. And then he's like, okay, it's okay. Can he go wait for me at the service station? And I'm like, okay, it's fine. I can take taxi. Okay, so when I'm done at school, I decide, okay, I'm gonna go to Grove a little bit, and then I'm gonna come to the bus at the service station. And so I go to Grove, I do my things, I get in a taxi, I'm on my way to the service station. And then, like, while I'm in the taxi, I can see the guy, the bus driver, he's standing by the road, by the service station. And then I just say, okay, just let me out here. And the bus driver is like, oh, you made it. We can go wait in my bus while the bus fills up. That's his exact words. And I'm like, okay. But now he's walking because all the buses are standing here. Like the ones that are filling up. I know they're always standing this side. But he's walking all the way to the back. I should have seen the signs, but okay. I was stupid. And I went with him, and we get into his bus, and I'm confused. It's just the two of us, and it's standing way at the back. And I'm asking him, when is the bus gonna fill up, or when are we gonna fill up the bus? And he's like, no, we're gonna do it soon. And I'm like, okay. And then he proceeds to tell me, you're so pretty. Wow, the first moment I was watching you, from the first moment you stepped into the bus in Rehoboth, and I was so mesmerized by you. And I'm like, okay, thank you. And I proceed to tell him, no, I have a boyfriend, and you might even know him. And he's like, no, he doesn't know him. Okay. And he just keeps on telling me how in love he's with me, and he wants to like take my hand and hold it, and I'm just like, no, you can't do that. And I start to get like a little bit creeped out, and I'm panicking. I don't know what to do, and he's just like talking to me, and I'm just trying to like change the topic or find a way to just like tell him, no, let me just go get another bus. Oh no, my boyfriend said I have to take a private car or something like that. And I keep, while he's talking, or every time he looks out of the window, I'm just like texting my boyfriend or making a missed call to him. And I don't know. my boyfriend called me and he's like, no, just take a private car and just get out of the car, just get out of the car. But like for me, it's like I'm the only person here with this man. This man is like twice my size, maybe even bigger, and I can't just like get out and run. Or what if he catches me or he gets angry and he does something to me? That's all the things that were like going through my head, and I'm just like sitting there trying to be him to change the topic and whatnot. And then some guys come over, I think it's other bus drivers, and they're talking to him and they're like, no, why don't you put her in the other bus, they're leaving now. And he's like, no, he doesn't want me to drive with them because that guy's crazy, he wouldn't know where to drop me. I mean, it's Rehoboth, you can drop me anywhere, you know, I'll find my way home. And so then he gets out of the car, but then he locks me inside of the car and he walks off to the service station. And I'm calling my boyfriend and I'm telling him this guy locked and I can't jump through the window. I'm considering it to jump through the back windows, you know, the sliding ones. I'm considering it. And then I see him coming back and he just proceeds to tell me that he's so in love with me and whatnot. And then I just tell him, no, my boyfriend just called, somebody's gonna come get me at the next service station, so I have to go. I really have to go because I have things to do. And he's just like, okay, let me walk you there. And he's trying to like hold me or something, but I'm just like, no. Nope. And as we're walking to the taxi, he even got me the taxi. And as we're walking to the taxi, he says, I don't even want to say it. He says something really disgusting to me. So disgusting. I was so shocked and I just like looked at him and I was like, no. And I got in the car and drove off. And now every time I have to go take a bus, I get the worst anxiety, because sometimes I even see him and he comes to try and talk to me and I just get freaked out. I don't know. It was really creepy and scary, and I don't ever want to go through something like that again. It's truly unacceptable and disgusting how some men, I'm not saying all men, some, when you say no the first time, or when I say no, I mean no. No doesn't mean maybe or let me try some more. And read the room. If you see you're totally making someone uncomfortable, take that sign, you know? I just don't understand why some people have to be such creeps and horrible. Because he may not have done anything to me, but he has scarred me in a way that I don't feel safe traveling anymore. I don't feel safe making conversation with a stranger. I can't trust anybody anymore. No, I will definitely not be making such a mistake ever again. Okay, so that was my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys will be subscribing and liking my video and continue watching. Yeah,
It
that's
cannot
it. Bye.
always be night.